Hi guys, Thogrey here with a new video. In this video we will talk about why warlocks are actually awesome to play in PvP for Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and why you might want to actually main a warlock in Wrath of the Lich King, because to be honest it is super great to play. You will see some background footage about warlocks, of course, in PvP. You will see some PGs maybe, and I'll try to make it a short and sweet video, but I'll tell that every video and then it becomes a 20-minute video, but hopefully it will be a short and sweet video. So, why are warlocks that awesome? I'm going to give you a bit of background. So I play warlock in retail. On retail, I do not really like the current iteration of warlock, but I still love the fantasy of playing a warlock. It is probably the most satisfying class to learn to play, since obviously every encounter is different. While warrior, to be honest, whenever you're going melee and you're wrecking people, you're not trying to kite, or you're not trying to you will try to survive, but you don't have a lot of things to make you survive damage. You are a bit more tanky than other classes, but also a lot of healers know, look, whenever you don't have defensives, warriors are really naked. They need to actually perform very well to survive. For example, warlock, if you want to survive, you will need to learn to kite, learn to actually dish damage, how to actually drain life your targets, to actually do a damage reduction but debuff, but also healing yourself with as an affliction, for example, or you need to TP, or you need to soul shape. But in Wrath of the Lich King, it's a bit different. In Wrath of the Lich King, it is super satisfying to actually dot people. So whenever you do a corruption, agony, whenever you're doing an unstable affliction, you will see the damage actually ramp up. People can die just because of those 3 dots. This can also be said the same for Shadow Priest in Wrath of the Lich King, but this video is a Warlock video. So, Drain Life is still a staple ability for Wrath of the Lich King Warlocks, but also Haunt, which is a big damage CD. Would I say CD because it's very short, but it is a damaging ability that actually improves damage over time effects, but also heals you whenever it is over, like whenever you're killing the target, or whenever Haunt is like ticking off. So it's actually a very good ability, also very satisfying to press. But let's not forget about Shadow Bolt. Whenever you're getting a Nightfall proc, you can do a Shadow Bolt. That Shadow Bolt can do a lot of damage, and so you will see that Warlocks are actually lethal at any point of the match. You will trade off a bit of tankiness, because you will go deep into Affliction, for example, go deep into Destruction. You will probably not play Demonology, um, the spec demonology in arenas or in PGs, but you might try it in the first season, since first season you don't have a lot of stats. You will prefer to be a bit more tanky maybe, or you will prefer to actually dish out damage with the demon form, which is really satisfying to use. And that's also the reason why I actually like warlocks. You have 3 authentic specs to play, and those are not obnoxious specs like, for example, demonology in retail, where you have a legion of pets that actually are obnoxious to have on the screen, for the enemy but also for the allies, because it just it's such a clutter on the screen. It's already a very hard game to read whenever you play in PvP or whenever you're watching PvP, but when you see a lot of pets just running rampant, you need to track off the Tyrant, or you need to track off the Felguard, the second Felguard, the Fellord maybe. It becomes very annoying to play. But for example, Affliction Warlocks in retail with 3 dots, like for example Corruption, Agony, and Unstable Affliction, you won't kill anyone, because that's actually not killable damage that you're actually doing. I feel like whenever you're doing those 3 dots, it needs to be accompanied with, for example, CDs like Dark Soul. In Affliction on Wrath of the Lich King does unique sort of damage. You will also feel like godlike. You will see that you will enjoy the gameplay more. I cannot really explain why it is better than retail. It just shows with the numbers that you're doing whenever you're killing people. And I feel like that's satisfying. You're not relying on Dark Soul every 2 minutes. You're not relying on a Dark Glare. You're not relying on a Soul Rot to drain life 5 targets, for example. You're not relying on that, but you're relying on your ability to survive, your ability to actually dot targets, ability to see who you're going for a hunt, but also the ability to actually use your CC to provide kill pressure. And on retail, that's not enough. You will also need to track CDs. You will also need to track your soul shape, your soul rot, your dark soul, your rapid contagion. Like all of this is actually already baked in into the affliction, and the affliction will feel like a more complete spec in comparison with retail. So why would you actually main warlocks? I'm going to give you two reasons: affliction and destruction warlocks. Affliction warlocks, you will enjoy that dot rotting gameplay that also has the haunt for the burst and also the shadow bolt for the second burst, because you have nightfall procs that you can actually apply and use it wisely. You also will drain life, you will be a bit more tanky because of it, but they can also punish you with a silence, but that's part of the game. Good thing is, whenever you're going destruction, for example, that rotting gameplay just goes out of the window, and then you will see that your incinerates can proc, and then you can have an instant incinerate, which you don't have in retail. You can do a big chaos bolt that actually goes through everything. It will do a lot of damage. It will be hard to actually cast a Chaos Bolt because people will know to actually stop you from casting Chaos Bolt, but that Chaos Bolt doesn't become something that you can just spam. You will need to do one good Chaos Bolt, accompany it with Incinerate. Don't forget Immolate to be up, because you will need for Conflag. Of course, you have a Glyph, which can also make Conflag not remove Immolate, which is also a very good thing and a good quality of life change for Warlocks. Also, you will have so much damage, and it will be impressive that you actually will kill people with just incinerates. If they don't let you, like, if they let you free cast, incinerates might just do as much damage as a chaos bolt in that mean of time, and then you will have that chaos bolt that can just do insane damage. Then you do chaos bolt, shadow burn, conflag, and then maybe a instant incinerate and someone dies. That's a very good spec. Yeah, I feel like on retail destruction warlocks are shoved into that chaos bolt machine, and you forget about the incinerates, you forget about immolate, you forget about conflag. Actually, conflag is a filler spec, a spell that actually just gives you faster casts. You don't really do conflag like to do meaningful damage. You want that buff that actually buffs your chaos bolts to throw it harder and faster. But on retail, on WOTLK, like in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, your conflag will do meaningful damage, and your Chaos Bolt will do meaningful damage. Your Incinerates will do meaningful damage. Immolate actually doing damage. You have also a great AoE slow. You have so many possibilities to have fun on Wrath of the Lich King Classic with your Warlock. So do you need to play Warlock if you're maining a Warlock on retail? Yes, please. So you will have a comparison point with Wrath of the Lich King and how Warlocks should actually feel in Dragonflight. And I hope in Dragonflight they will remove CDs to put back power into the grand scheme of spells, like for example Incinerate, for example Immolate, for example Conflag and Shadowburn. Shadowburn actually being an easy talent that you can pick up on Dragonflight, for example, to actually improve your damage, but also Affliction just feels, in a whole, a better spec on Wrath of the Lich King instead of retail. So this is kind of the video I wanted to make. I wanted to maybe show you a bit with the gameplay that I've put. It's not really legal gameplay, I would say, but I want to show you that Wrath of the Lich King has so many good things for Warlocks, and you will have fun. You really will have fun. And I feel like you will have fun with a lot of classes. I'm not saying you need to drop every class to play Warlock, but I'm just saying if you're a main Warlock on retail, you should definitely play Warlock. on Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And it is not the Warlock from TBC where you are the immortal soul that actually does just drain life and put some dots and that's it. On Affliction in Wrath of the Lich King is actually a very insane and fun spec to play. Is it OP? I don't know. We will see whenever the Wrath of the Lich King Classic really comes out, and whenever the first season will come out. I'll probably make a tier list once I have like real arena practice. But I'm going to be honest. I feel like Wrath of the Lich King is one of the best PvP expansions. I feel like a lot of people think the same way, and this is why I'm actually excited to actually play Wrath of the Lich King. So yeah, this was my video. I hope you liked that video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Wrath of the Lich King, which class are you playing, what spec are you going to play, and also which class gives you the most interesting and further to actually main on Wrath of the Lich King. For me, it will probably be Warlock, but I will main about 3 classes on Wrath of the Lich King and try to make it as good as possible, make guides about it, PvP videos, and montage videos are definitely better and more easy to make on Wrath of the Lich King instead of retail, because on retail, to be honest, a big crit isn't that impressive anymore. While, for example, Wrath of the Lich King, whenever you're three-shotting someone, it is definitely something like awesome to do. Like, let's say that. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Comment below what you think about the video. Follow my stream on Twitch. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube whenever you want to see more content about PvP or Wrath of the Lich King or retail in general. And also let me know in the comment section below what you think about that video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.